All right, all right. Time for some more sketching. Did a little bit of warm-ups today. I'll just quickly show what some of those looked like. And if you're watching this after the fact, see, let's get to the one. See, this is you can see how cold I was at the beginning here. You know, you just really just knocking the rust off with those first ones there. And things are starting to loosen up here a little bit, starting to loosen up. There's a bit better. These are just nice loose gestures at this point. 30 seconds a piece. Starting to loosen up with those. There we go. Starting to get a little bit more confident with those. Just got to get to that point where you know, shoulder, you know, just got to get that shoulder lubricated, get that confidence up. I'm just using the animation timeline down at the bottom there. And I programmed a few hotkeys into my Photoshop just so I can step through those. It's a nice way just to quickly add new layers and then cycle through those. You could use it for animation if you really wanted to, but I use it like this. I mean, this is one of the ways that I use the animation timeline in Photoshop. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about some of those later gestures. It takes a few. You gotta go through a few to get fully warmed up. Anyway, coming back into this one today. I'm going to come into the next phase of this one today, and start plussing up the idea. You know, start finessing it, tightening it up. Live sketching is happening now. Smiling face. Okay. Okay. And let me just switch the view here. I'll actually we'll go full screen there. And let me just go ahead and grab another, let's grab another window for this, and we'll size that one down. And then this way I can keep sort of a global view of the thing up here. And then this one can be for my zoomed in views. Oopsie. Okay. Let's just put the warm-ups aside for now. And I'll throw this one in here. So that'll be my zoomed in view. And here I've got sort of my zoomed out global view. This way I can stay zoomed in on details down in here, and it helps me to maintain that overview of the thing. So I'm gonna start plussing up the foundation here. I'm I'm not loving the horizon line that I have right now. It's like dead center there. It's not the best horizon line. So let me grab a new layer, and we're just going to start from the basics here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not loving that dead center horizon line. Let's drop that down. I mean, that could be... I'm just holding shift on the keyboard to get that nice straight line. I might want to push the I'm kind of making up that vanishing point. I wonder, 2-point perspective. 2-point perspective can probably work well enough. I feel like I want to bring the business of the people and the egg a lot more front and center. Maybe drop bring them up really close, because really that's really the focal point of the piece here. Maybe I'll... Oh, he's peeking. I want to see it too. Don't forget to indicate those feet in the gesture. If I put that person there, they're gonna block the doorway too much. Unless I could actually just make the, let's see. Let's actually just add some more room to the canvas. Width is 3300 right now. Yeah, that's not relative. Let's go like, what's that gonna look like? That'll give us a bit more room there. Maybe even a bit more. Yeah, I think that'll be nice. Hide some of this stuff. There we go. Just get, yeah, a little more room, a little more breathing room. Never hurts. Yeah, I do like putting them more front and center there. So I'm just, I'm just playing around with the idea at this point. Nothing set in stone. I don't have to agree or disagree with anything I concocted at the beginning there. Kind of have this idea of a person like, oh no, guys. They're kind of like a lookout or something. Not a very good lookout. they didn't even spot the dragon in there. Yeah, I kind of like the idea that there's this, yeah, it's kind of like a highlight over there. And of course, we don't want the audience to miss out on the main focal point up here. I wonder, like, what's the best way to stage this little dragon to make it? Oh, this could be cute. If it's like, it could be like propping itself up on its little. Give it like chubby little, and then this person here, it could be a little bit like and when I plus that up in the next layer, I can take it and push it even more. Here, let me push some of these windows around a little bit. Just having fun with the idea at this point. Maybe it's more fun if nobody in the main group even is aware of the danger. It's like, well, I'll be. You know, maybe giving him like little I don't know, like Robin Hood shoes there. What can this person have? Like, what would be the they probably have an arm extended forward. You know, this can be like some kind of a spear maybe, or that arm's back there. Yeah, we want to have some lines that kind of directional lines that really drive our eye to the little critter. And I think I'm going to change its pose as well, so it's more organic, not so overtly pushing itself up. and they could maybe even be just make their pose a very recognizable silhouette, that urgency. Oh, I'm kidding. Vanishing points were kind of coming from around that doorway-ish. These are just really, really rough vanishing points. I'm using taking advantage of the small extra window there just to play with those. I like the recognizability of this pose here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think instead of having this person, oh, have I been drawing on the background? What have I been drawing on? Oh, I guess some of my drawings went onto the background. Whoops. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Oh well. I'll just merge those together. I'll make a new background layer and we'll continue on from there. Yeah, because like this person up here, let's just do that, put them out. Some of these poses might look a little too lackadaisical or, you know, even casual. Some fun hand poses in there will help a lot. Can get some foreshortening on him. Something like, you know, he clearly wasn't expecting just having fun with the idea right now. What can that person be holding? Some way we'll get a would a net make sense? I'm not sure. Just throw a little play around a little bit with that. Could be like a whole truth there. If he or she is a bit further back, I might just shrink them down a bit. I think there can be a pretty funny visual here between, you know, these two. Where's the rest of the eggshell? I think one of the things that I'll do a reference dig on will probably be, you know, different kinds of eggs, how they look after they've hatched. It's a pretty big egg. Now, the person at the door. What's the person at the door pointing at? What do they see? So we've got them over there. There's all this empty space over here. What are they pointing at? What is so urgent? Let's see. There we go. What is so urgent? Well, we know what it is. It's the big mama. If the group of them in the foreground is going to be the focal point, then the big mama, I feel like I need to upgrade a video card or something. The big mama is going to be, you know, probably tucked away back. And probably need some objects back here for scale, because, you know, we are dealing with the perspective. Well, we have the guy in the background over there. So if we kind of filled let's see now. Take this down to basics. She's incoming. She's angry. I'll be plussing her pose in subsequent passes. Even like, even the anatomy of that is totally, she doesn't even look like a dragon, she looks like a gorilla. I think I'm going to take a step back here. What's a good way to reveal her? Yeah, I wanna not have to show her in her entirety. Not like a super long neck. I think that's probably an interesting way to stage her, reveal her. Back behind the thing, there can be like a she can be kind of grabbing that thing. Something like that. Come Mama, she's not happy. Figure out, we can study a little bit, figure out the anatomy of that wing. Foreground little scene here. Oh, right, some parts of it are okay. Well, sort of a angle there in the wall. Use those stalactites, stalagmites for staging purposes as well as drama. And one thing about caves is they're not smooth at all. There's a lot of organic shapes. Yeah, that's one thing I can have that can be cool here is to even like the cave opening, it doesn't have to be just a perfectly circular thing. And start playing around with some of the structures, make them look more interesting. Hey, Rick. Yeah, a less even ground plane for sure can start to, introduce more more variation. There can be bits of something to start thinking about. Just trying to literally carve more detail the background. But this is just one baby step. Starting to get a sense of impending danger. The fun is really going to be in getting into the details of all these characters here. I don't know if that's going to be a net in the final or not. And we might, I might still want to add somehow. I think I want to bring that around and circle the little baby a little bit more. And I want the baby dragon and the mama dragon to have, you know, somewhat recognizable kind of, you know, crown or horn, however we refer to that. You know, you could maybe get a bit of a knee in there so she feels more balanced. The little dragon could probably be more forward facing as well, and I might want to add. Yeah, I think in my rough thing there were some more. Oh, some people could even be actually like carrying. They've already got one egg there. Yeah, so they're taking the eggs. This person, they can have an egg bound up on their back. Yeah, that gives them something they can be doing. And even this guy here. Can have some kind of a starting to get really messy. Can't see what I'm going for there. Could also be that he maybe even dropped that one. It's all kind of just looking like a bit of a mess right now. Okay, so I've got some ideas there. Looks like I accidentally drew some of those details on different layers. So let's just merge these ones, merge those layers, and get a new background layer. Okay, and then this one can just, we'll just make that nice and take that opacity way down there. And let's see, now I'll start. I'm going to switch over to a red now, actually. I'm feeling like sketching in red now for some reason. And am I getting a, yeah, okay. Fall off. Take this down a little bit. You know, what if no, I like the cute connection thing between them. yeah, maybe it's more kind of almost like an on the elbows thing. Probably just has little baby wings at this point. And maybe it's more of like a huh, and less of a oh my god, I've totally imprinted on you. Maybe it doesn't even have to be like fully in the egg. Maybe there's a benefit to getting it a little more out in the open. Something I can explore. So there's that nice directionality on the little critter now. Always love a good bit of directionality. And let's think about the directionality. There's going to be a lot of shock there, for sure. And maybe what he's got here, maybe he was actually in the process of see, now I'm getting more contemplative and more explorative with my lines. could be kind of his other leg. Could have fun with it and have him like fully something about that feels a little too forced. I'm kind of going silent here as I sort of have fun just exploring some possibilities. So possibilities with the face. I like the idea of getting their noses as close together as possible. Thinking of how that hand is gonna curl around that egg. Because they're gonna take these eggs home and they're gonna cook them. They're gonna eat these up. I kind of want to do something a little more dynamic with that leg. sure if I'm distorting his anatomy too much. But then I also feel like I don't really care if I exaggerate that a little too much. This spidery guy. I could probably get him on his haunches a little bit with that other leg. Entirely set on that just yet, but just something to ponder. And loincloth or loincloth, is that really the right, like they're skilled enough that they can go in, and so probably it's more like it's like a tunic or something, like you know, like Mickey and the Brave Little Tailor. You know, and they'd have some kind of a belt sash. Fabric could pinch there a little bit. Throw a little bit of leg hair on there, why not? And for the upper, probably have some sleeves cut off the sides. And I'll probably just throw a little bit of rough rendering in there. I have this desire to want to give him a little bit of I just want all this stuff to kind of point. Down here at the little critter. Yeah, so it's more of being caught in the act. Probably won't have those little realization marks in the final piece, but just something to help indicate. Now, he might be a little bit on the big side. Size him down a little bit to make room for the other characters. And same with our little friend here. And I think the close proximity of their noses is, I think, what's gonna be more charming. And then everybody else can also look more caught in the act. So this person here that had much more of that, well, will you look at that pose, we'll do away with that, and we'll make sure everybody kind of recognizes the danger that's presented by this little one perking up. We'll play with that crown a little bit later on. And if everybody's kind of got their eggs, like they're trying to take off with those eggs. And everybody can kind of recognize the trouble that they're in. Going to drop down the height of that it's kind of old school Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs little footwear. A little bit of forearm anatomy on there. play with the silhouette of that. Kind of exaggerate the knobbiness. Of these knees, just for fun. It's still kind of rooted a little bit in the real anatomy, but just caricaturizing it a little bit. Put a bit of simple rendering on that. And tried to decide if I'm gonna put the roughs for the other characters on the same layer, or maybe split them up. I think I'm gonna split them up just to keep things a bit fluid and adjustable with these roughs, but I'm pretty happy with that. I like the through line energy that we get there between the guy and the dragon. So I just have to think about how the rest of the piece is going to feel united as well. But I like that organic feeling. I like where that's headed. It's his arm here. So I'll just exaggerate the anatomy of that elbow a little bit, just purely for fun. It's a little bit the shape language I'll shoot for here. Knobby joints. And like this elbow down here, it can probably, it already had that knobbiness, but just going to get that knobbiness going in a similar kind of direction. Just throw a teeny bit of basic, really basic rendering on there. I'm far from actually rendering this thing, but just to help bring a little bit of clarity into what we're looking at, and also to think about how far do I want to take it with ambient occlusion, and how the light and shadow works together. How far am I going to go with all that stuff? Figure that out as we progress. this in here would end up being more shadowed. In here would be more shadowed. Again, far from rendering this thing for real, but just throwing a little bit of dimension into that, just to pop some things out just a little bit, just kind of for fun at this point, just to wrap up. And also, I can start thinking about looks like lights hitting character kind of there-ish. So if they were throwing down any cast shadows on the ground, you'd be throwing them, feels like, kind of in that direction. And then that would help our little friend here to be illuminated more from the screen left side. It's going to help just to make the face pop out a little bit. His face, the guy's face, is actually going to be a little bit more in shadow there, so I'm going to have to think about a rim light or some kind of lighting tricks there to make sure we don't lose him in the process. And even this arm is going to catch a little bit of shadow from the body there. Yeah. So there's a little bit more development on the piece. It's starting to take on its identity a little bit. Starting to inform me as to what it wants to be. And I'll just be here to help bring it into being. Yeah, that directionality is fun. His nose is way out there. The little critter's nose. is right up close to his. Got some nice knobby elbows and knobby knees, which I always have fun with. And yeah, just doing a bit of rough rendering there, just to bring a little bit of the angles. So bit by bit, I'll bring this same level of character and personality into the other characters. It's going to be quite fun. There's going to be a lot to look at. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I can still, there's still room where I can plus the silhouette, and I can still enhance the pose. But this is off to a good start. I like where that's headed. Little dragon is cute. I'll play around with that. Yeah. So I'm going to wrap up the stream there for today. It's about 10 minutes ahead. But that felt like a really good output for today. So just gonna pace myself on this piece. Just gonna take my time, have some fun with it. I hope oh, I did the wrong thing. I hope everybody enjoyed following along with that, and I'll let you know when the next sketch stream is gonna happen. Thanks so much.